Hey guys, welcome back to another video of book reviews with Gloria Rodriguez. I'm your host, Gloria Rodriguez, and today, guys, I thought I would do another book review. I did these book reviews before for these books, but apparently my videos got deleted. I don't know what happened to them. I tried looking for them, but I'm gonna redo this video. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe down below, and please continue to follow my content if you like it. Without further ado, here's the video. Okay guys, so the first book that I wanted to show you guys is Wicked. This is by Gregory Maguire. This was actually my first book that I've ever read in my life. And I actually really liked it. If you don't know what Wicked is, it's basically about um, um, a female whose name is Alphaba. She was born differently. She was born with like she was born green colored because her mom when before she was born drank an elixir which basically made her skin color change, and she basically is seen as, you know, a monster and nobody likes her, and she tries to make a living out of how she lives, but everything and everyone just makes it hard on her, and um she basically she turns evil, and because of all the people that have been mistreating her and been uh, treating her like she doesn't belong anywhere. And it's actually based on, this is actually a movie as well, which I personally, I don't like the movies as much as I do the book, because let me just read what it says here in the book of what it's about. So the Wicked Witch is no longer dead, but not to worry. Gregory Maguire's shrewdly imagined and beautifully written novel not only revives her but re-envisions and redeems her for our times. Um, and then there's some reviews that he's gotten for the book. It says, when Dorothy triumphed over the Wicked Witch of the West in L. Frank Baum's classic tale, we heard only her side of the story. But what about her arch nemesis, the mysterious witch? Where did she come from? How did she become so wicked? McGuire has created a fantasy world so rich and vivid that we will never look at Oz the same way again. A staggering feat of woodcraft, he has created, recreated, renovated one of the greatest heroines in fantasy literature. A fiery, passionate, unforgettable, and ultimate tragic figure. Maguire has taken this figure of childhood fantasy and given her a sensual and powerful nature that will stir adult hearts with fear and longing all over again. It's a brilliant trick and a remarkable treat. Um, so basically, what happens in this book is that she goes to this school called, oh my god, what's it called? Chiz. she goes to a place called Chiz, and she basically tries to fit in, and she tries to figure out where she belongs. And she has a sister named what's her name? Nessa. Which she was born in a wheelchair, and she, well, not in a wheelchair, but she was born to be in a wheelchair, and she's basically, she's the one who's actually evil because she makes Alphaba um fearful of everyone, and then Alphaba just basically um okay, let me see here. I'm gonna, sorry, I'm having a little hard time explaining to you guys, but I'm gonna explain it here. It says very close to being an instant classic, Maguire has hit a home run his first time at bat. Wicked is a punchy allegory that alludes to everything from Nazi Germany to Nixon's America. It's delightfully over the top at times, mixing serious metafication with subtle humor and even gasp with witch sex. A fantasy novel that reads like Graham Greene at his best. Gregory Maguire has taken this figure of childhood fantasy and given her a sensual and powerful nature that will stir adult hearts with fear and longing all over again. Maguire combines puckish humor and bracing pessim- pessimism in this fantastical meditation on good and evil, God and free will, which should captivate the devotees of fantasy. Maguire's adult fable examines some of literature's major themes: moral ambiguity, the nature of evil, the bittersweet dividends of power, the high costs of love. Alphaba, the Wicked Witch of the West, is as scary as ever, but this time in a different way. She's undeniably human. She's us. Um, and then it says, starting with the Wizard of Oz material, Gregory Maguire has added greater depths and different facets, creating something altogether different and unique. It's a magnificent work, a genuine tour de force. Gregory Maguire, Donis in Wicked or the Baum's Land of Oz. But everything here has been recut to sparkle fresh and new, with illuminations shining in unexpected directions, funny and serious, pulsing with imaginative energy, encompassing political thriller and moral reflection. This is truly a fabulous novel. Here is a story that is at once a page turner and a powerful stimulus to thought. This book is a glorious frolic, a feast of language, a study of good and evil, and a massive history of the fabulous land of Oz. So basically, it's a fake story about a person named Elphaba who who's evil, but she tries to learn how to be compassionate towards others, but she ends up not being compassionate um because she just wants to take over the world and wants to take over everything, and she feels like an outcast because she has powers that nobody can understand, um and she wants to go with the Wizard of Oz to work with him and to be able to um take over everything, but there's a person named Glinda. She ends up taking over Oz, and she um she doesn't have powers, but she decides that, you know what, Elphaba's gonna make everything harmful, everything's gonna be bad. So yeah, Elphaba, she soon disappears and she goes, um, to the west, and she becomes the Wicked Witch of the West. Um, but yeah, honestly, I like this book a lot better than the movies because the movies, they delete a lot of things, um, that aren't, that, weren't, um, added from the book, which I personally like the book better than the movies, just because they have more detail and more, um, emphasis on everything. And so that's the reason why I prefer this book much better than, um, the movies. If you haven't seen them, the movies are on Amazon Prime, I believe, Prime Videos. It's with Ariana Grande and Cynthia Erivo. Believe that's how you say her name. Really good acting, but at the same time, the plot line, the stories for the movies, they're not as good as the book. I recommend the book much better than the actual movies. Anyways, that's that for Wicked. And again, I'm so sorry. I'm like completely lost. It's been a while since I've read this book again. I might read it again and then, explain it a bit deeper to you guys again. But anyways, if you're interested, it's called Wicked by Gregory Maguire. It's a really good novel. Alright, and now the next one that I want to show you guys, I actually found this out in the street when I was walking with my parents and my dogs one day. It's called The Boxcar Children. I actually found this book. I found out about this book when, I was in middle school. To be honest, I didn't have any interest in it when I was in middle school. But just because I had to read something in middle school, and I actually really liked it because it's about, a bunch of kids who are family members, and they try to have like adventures, and they explore and find different things, and it's also kind of really whimsical, like the book Wicked, which I really enjoy and I really like. There's actually, um 19 books of this, book series. If you're interested, this book is was written by Gertrude Chandler Werner. And it's actually a really good book. I highly recommend that you guys read it. Um, it's really a whimsical book. But yeah, anyways, that's it for today's video. I'm sorry that I rambled way too much and it probably didn't make any sense to you guys. But if you like this video, please consider giving it a thumbs up. Subscribe down below. Turn on your post notifications. Please give comments on what you think I should read next. And I will see you all in my next book review. Hopefully, it'll be much better than this one. Alright, see you all.